God's blessings to everyone. This is a DGHradio.com news and information news update for the British Virgin Islands, and I'm reporter Taff reporting the news for September 16, 2025, covering the latest developments from across the British Virgin Islands. We begin with governance and constitutional reform. Lawmakers are set to debate the 2022-2023 Constitutional Review Commission's recommendations on Thursday, September 18th. On the table are proposals touching reserve powers, the structure of cabinet, fixed dates for elections, stronger human rights protections, freedom of information measures, and possible adjustments to at-large seats or the direct election of a premier. Officials frame this as a pivotal step toward talks with the United Kingdom and as part of a broader push sparked after the Commission of Inquiry to tighten transparency and accountability. Community voices are also weighing in, urging voters to judge leadership by competence and track record, especially as the territory wrestles with water service interruptions, the cost of living, and concerns about crime. Inside government, recent portfolio shifts aim to steady the ship and sharpen focus on finance, development, and trade. Turning to the economy and financial services, the sector remains a central pillar, with leaders emphasizing that the jurisdiction's frameworks meet modern transparency standards. That message takes on added significance ahead of a visiting United Kingdom parliamentarian focused on beneficial ownership and financial crime safeguards. Meanwhile, BVI Finance is diversifying its outreach, engaging new markets in Latin America and positioning the territory as a trusted, well-regulated choice for legitimate corporate planning. Another strategic plank is sustainable finance. Recent events showcase the island's bid to serve as a hub for green investment and innovative financial products. The territory is also mourning the passing of Dr. Robert A. Mathavius, widely credited for building the regulatory foundation that helped financial services grow, whose legacy underscores the value of strong institutions and professional excellence. Public safety is back in sharp focus. Police data indicate an overall rise in reported crime between January and July, with notable increases in domestic-related offenses and a series of illegal firearms taken off the streets. In response, a 3-day National Anti-Crime Summit is set for September 24th through 26th under the theme, Our Virgin Islands Safe Communities, Prosperous Territory. The goal is to align government, community groups, businesses, faith leaders, and youth around prevention, early intervention, better social services, effective policing, and a smart sentencing framework. Recent incidents, including a fatal stabbing on Virgin Gorda and cases involving minors, have heightened concern, while Police Week 2025 will double down on community engagement and officer wellness. In education and human capital, schools report more students arriving with learning gaps, a trend linked to pandemic-era disruptions and recent climate shocks. The Education Ministry is shifting resources toward earlier, more personalized support, stepped-up screening, targeted remediation, and closer family partnerships, so small gaps do not grow into long-term disengagement. Over 200 educators have completed youth mental health first aid training to better recognize and respond to challenges facing adolescents. On the facilities side, $2.5 million have been allocated for upgrades such as waterproofing, roofing, security enhancements, and redesigned learning spaces. On infrastructure, environment, and public services, the long-running Road Town sewerage upgrade is entering its final and most disruptive phase. Expect traffic delays now in exchange for cleaner water, better public health outcomes, and far fewer overflows when the works are complete. The government has also moved to compulsorily acquire the long-derelict Prospect Reef property to unlock a new, multi-use waterfront development that could include hospitality, marina amenities, and public space. Environmental managers are advising residents and mariners to prepare for a significant influx of sargassum seaweed in the coming weeks, with risks to fishing gear, boat engines, and coastal areas. A new civil mitigation policy aims to streamline approvals and resources for core works like road and drainage projects. And the electricity utility has reiterated that worker safety comes first, even if it requires pausing operations during hazardous conditions. Social policy is another major theme. Immigration rules are slated for a substantial overhaul, with Cabinet expected to review proposals this month to make processes clearer, fairer, and better aligned to labor needs. A new schedule of fees for residency and belonger applications takes effect on October 1st. Opposition figures are pressing for timely salary increments for public servants, warning that long delays are hurting morale. Civic leaders are also calling for a more welcoming, inclusive society, arguing that diversity strengthens the territory's economic competitiveness and social harmony. Meanwhile, youth climate advocates are urging bolder action on renewable energy, single-use plastics, and coastal protection. Tourism continues to rebound. The BVI Spring Regatta and Sailing Festival wrapped with record international participation, pumping business into the economy and elevating the territory's global profile. At the same time, authorities emphasize that every stakeholder must help safeguard the visitor experience after an isolated theft case involving a tourist's luggage. In the House of Assembly, debate continues over a proposed increase to the cruise passenger head tax. Supporters say the change would fund the services and infrastructure needed to manage visitor volumes. Critics worry it could reduce cruise calls if the territory becomes less competitive. Finally, on disaster readiness, weather officials are monitoring a broad disturbance over the Atlantic with a high potential to strengthen as it moves toward the Caribbean region. While no immediate local threats have been flagged, the territory, still recovering from last month's hurricane impacts, remains in a posture of vigilance. Residents are urged to review family plans, check supplies, and stay tuned to official updates. These and other issues are of great concern within the islands. What do you think are some good solutions? Let us know your thoughts by texting your comments to 1-315-898-1449. You can also join our WhatsApp group and get the news, weather, and other insightful information delivered right to your smartphone. To join, text JOIN to 1-315-898-1449. Please include your name in the text message. You will receive a call to verify your request. I'm your reporter, Taff, signing off for DGHradio.com. Remember, Taff and DGH, together we track, analyze, fact check, and deliver grassroots headlines. Because on DGHradio.com, the news never sleeps. Ciao.